So I just rewatched one of my favorite films of all time at theaters tonight, and all my life I didn't notice any of these blemishes or imperfections. So I want to talk about it with you guys. The film I'm talking about is Dusk Till Dawn, and it's one of my favorite films of all time. I think it's unique, creative, and bold. And if you haven't seen that film, watch that film right now. I think it's one of the greatest traps and reveals in cinematic history ever, and it's one of the most fun films of all time, in my opinion, so check it out. But here are my thoughts and revisionist thoughts on Dusk Till Dawn. So here are my flaws with the film that I just noticed for the first time. The plot armor in this film is egregiously strong. When we get into Titty Twisters and the vampires are revealed, there are so many scenes in this film where George Clooney turns his back on vampires that he was initially facing, and he runs away from them or straight up walks away from them. And then all you see in the background is these vampires walking around aimlessly or just straight up doing nothing, which I found hilarious to watch on my 103 watch because I never noticed it, but on the big screen, it was amplified. I think the supporting actors in this film severely let down Harvey Keitel and George Clooney. I love Quentin Tarantino. I think he's a terrific creative. He's one of my favorite directors of all time. He is not a good actor. Despite him displaying and portraying weird and creepy quite well in this film would be immensely better if Quentin Tarantino wasn't in it, in my opinion. Juliette Lewis is also really, really bad in this movie, and it stands out quite a bit. I also think the makeup and costume design of the vampires in this film aged badly, and obviously the CGI for when the film was made ages pretty badly. To me, it's just funny that Fred Williamson, Cheech Martin, and Tom Savini are the best supporting actors in this film, and it's kind of funny to wrap your head around. Cheech Martin plays 3 different characters in this movie. I also found the build-up to this film to be the best part of this film, which might be controversial to a lot of people, but the build-up, particularly the opening scene of this film, is brilliantly done and brilliantly acted. The cold open to this film is one of my favorite openings to any film of all time. I talked about what I didn't like and stood out for me on my 100th rewatch of this film today, but here's what I love about this film. I think Sinners is the better film, but it can't go without being said, Dusk Till Dawn clearly inspired Sinners quite a bit. I also think George Clooney is terrific in this film. It's one of his most interesting and risky career choices he's ever made, and it pays off. He's brilliant here. Harvey Keitel is almost unrecognizable in his role as well. He's brilliant. This film is one of the most unique, creative, and bold films I've ever seen in my life. There's so many distinct characters in this film. There's so many interesting and distinct creative choices as well that it's hard not to fawn over it. It's hard not to admire it. Despite the noticeable imperfections and blemishes with this film, I still love it. I'll always rewatch it. And let me know if you agree in the comments.